Good morning friends. Today we study the secure system and the symmetric key cryptography. The content we will study secure system. Under secure system we will study the security policies, security mechanism and definition of the secure system. Under the cryptography we will study the definition of cryptography, crypto system, symmetric key cryptography, advantage and disadvantage of symmetric key cryptography. First we study the secured policy. Security policy is statement of what is and what is not allowed. In another word, a security policy is a statement that partition the state of the system into set of authorized state, or we say secure states, and set of unauthorized state, that is known as the non-secure states. So here we are showing in the example that our system having the 4 states S1, S2, S3 and the S4, and we are assuming that S1 and S2 are the authorized states and S3 and S4 are the unauthorized states. Security mechanism is a method, tool or procedure for enforcing the security policies. For example, cryptography, IDS, IDS stand for the intrusion detection system, and firewall are the 3 security mechanisms. Secure system is a system that start in authorized state and cannot enter into the unauthorized states. So here we have a system in which we have the 4 states S1, S2, S3 and the S4. As earlier say, S1 and S2 are the authorized state, that is denoted by the A. S3 and the S4 are the unauthorized state, that is denoted by the UA. Here we have a one edge T3 which is moving from the S1 to the S3. So here our system is moving from the secure state to the unauthorized state, yeah, unsecure states. So this system is not a secure system. Cryptography. The word come from the 2 Greek word meaning secret writing, and it is the art and science of concealing the meanings. Cryptanalysis is the breaking of the code. The basic component of the cryptography is crypto system. A crypto system is a 5 tuple which comprises E. E is set of the enciphering algorithms. D is set of the deciphering algorithm. M is the plain text message. K is set of keys. C is the ciphertext that we are finding by performing the encryption, yeah, enciphering function on the message with the use of some key. So we can define the enciphering function K. We are performing some function on the plain text message M with some key and we are finding the C. This process is known as the enciphering. Similar in the receiver end, we are performing the deciphering, that is D. We are performing some operation on C with the help of some key and we are finding the plain text. Cryptography algorithm. This cryptography algorithm is divided into 2 groups: symmetric key or secret key, or we can say private key cryptography algorithms, asymmetric key, public key cryptography algorithms. So this is the general block diagram of the symmetric key cryptography, in which we are assuming that Alice is the sender and the Bob is one receiver. Alice generates one message that is known as the plain text message. So Alice will use some encryption algorithms and performing the enciphering function with the help of some key and convert the plain text into the ciphertext. And we are transferring the ciphertext with the use of the insecure channels. Similar in the receiver end, Bob will perform the deciphering function and with the help of the ciphertext as well as the key, and again convert the ciphertext into the plain text. And we are assuming that Alice and the Bob will exchange the key with the use of secure key exchange channels. Cryptography algorithm. In a symmetric cryptography, sender Alice creates the ciphertext from the plain text using the encryption algorithms, as we say, or we say the enciphering functions. Similarly, Bob used the decryption algorithm and the same secret key to convert the ciphertext into the plain text. In symmetric cryptography, the algorithm used for the decryption is the inverse of the algorithm used for the encryptions. This means if the encryption functions algorithm use the combination of the addition and multiplication, the decryption algorithm use the combination of division and the subtractions. The most word renowned secret key cryptography algorithm is DES as well as the AES. DES stands for the data encryption standard and AES stands for the advanced encryption standards. In ciphering process as well as the decryption process. In the encryption process, we are finding the ciphertext C by performing some enciphering function on the plain text message P, and we are finding the ciphertext. Similar in the decryption process, we are finding the plain text P by performing some deciphering function with same key that we apply in the sender end on the C, and we are finding the P. So Alice will generate the ciphertext by enciphering function, apply on the P with the use of some K, and the Bob will generate the plain text by applying the deciphering function on the ciphertext. Advantage and disadvantage of the symmetric key cryptography. Symmetric key algorithms are efficient. It takes less time to encrypt than the symmetric key algorithms. The reason is that key is usually small in the private key cryptography. It is efficient for the encryption and the decryption of the long size message. Disadvantage. The first disadvantage is that in the real world, we do not having a secure channel through which we can exchange the key from the sender to the receiver. Second, each pair of user must have the unique symmetric key. This means that if we have the n peoples, then every people having the n-1 keys. So total number of keys that is among the n person is n into n-1 divided by 2. We are dividing by 2 by why? Because there is a one key between me and you that we are counting, assuming that this key is one key. So that's why we are dividing it by 2. This problem is also known as the n-square problem. So ultimate here we are showing that the symmetric key cryptography algorithm is not good while the group size is large, or we say the for the scalable network communications. It is not suitable for the scalable size of groups. Large computing power and memory required to save and use the key when n means group size is large. Solution: use of key management protocol for the session key generations. Dynamic keys are generated for session between the parties, and after the use of keys, key are destroyed. No need of the secure channels. No high computing power and the memory required for the management of the keys. So these are the different solutions that we can apply on the symmetric key cryptography. Thank you. The source of our the information is the Introduction to the Computer Security by Matt Bishop, Cryptography and Network Security by Atul Kohate, Cryptography and Network Security by Frozen. Thank you for watching this video.